Hi, this is Alvina, and today I would like to show you a technique using your blending brushes. This one will be, I just call it changing the color of your cardstock, or also making a nice background for your card. So what I have is a white card. I've gone ahead and stamped my greeting. I laid the lantern down so I kind of would know where to put the branch. And then I also want the lantern there so I know where to put the light. Before I start, let me just show you the card that I'm talking about. Because as you can see, we're starting with white. This is a white card. But by coloring with my blending brush all around the front, I have totally changed the look. It doesn't look like a white card anymore. So now let me show you how I did that. Okay, so I've got my lantern there, so I know that's approximately where the yellow is going to go. And I want to rub on my ink pad in kind of a circular motion to get some ink on there. And then I'm going to move the lantern. I know I want the yellow in this area. Now, because I'm starting in the middle of the card, I want to kind of tap it a little bit just to make sure there's not a ton of yellow right there. And I'm going to start with a light touch. Notice I'm holding the brush up on the handle. So I'm just starting with a light touch, kind of circular, to get some yellow on there. And it's not coming on very dark, so I'm going to press a little harder. And a little bit harder. And I'm keeping my lantern handy so I can just take a look again and see, oh yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect where I want that. So let me get just a little bit more yellow on here. Tap over to the side, and I'm going to make my circle a little bit bigger. And then I want just kind of a little bit of a dark area right in the center of the lantern. So I'm going to use some Mango Melody, because that's a little darker. And then because they're both yellow, I'm just going to go ahead and get a little of this on here. But it's a lot darker, as you can see when I stamp over to the side. So I'm tapping off a bunch of it because I don't want to get a big blob right in the center. And I'm going to touch very lightly and just then press a little bit harder, a little bit harder in there. Now, I'll just put my lantern there, and sure enough, I like that. Okay, so now let me close these and get them out of the way. And then I'm going to go to the blue. And if you noticed on the original card, I left it a little light underneath the greeting so that would stand out. And then, of course, I want to go around the yellow. So this is a really dark blue. This is the Starry Sky, which is an in color. And of course, I just re-inked it, so it's also very dark. So I'm using, again, a light touch to pick up color. And because it's so dark, I'm not necessarily going to go in a circular motion. Okay, I'm going to tap it over here a little bit, get some of the darkness off, and then just kind of start. And I'm just kind of brushing it across like so. And then I'll go up around and around my yellow, because I want to kind of fill in that area. Okay, and then I'm gonna, oops, get some more, tap the darkest off. I want to kind of go right around my greeting here. So I'm kind of brushing back and forth and circular, back and forth and circular. Just kind of depends on the look you're going for. Sometimes the more you work with it. Okay, we keep going. And I want to do, get a little bit more. I'm getting it really dark on the edges because it picks up on the edges really easy. So we can fix that as we add more color to it. And I am going to do one swipe across here because I don't want it totally white there. So just press a little bit harder, but not too much there. And then the rest of it, I'll press. And if you want to press firmly, if you want to get more color, then you press on the head up here. Press down. Okay, let's see. And then just keep working. Keep working until you get it to look like you want. Okay. Now I'm just going to stop for a minute and then set this here and see how that just really stands out, right? So let's go back to our original card. And then what I did is I just layered it on a piece of Starry Sky. And I've got my card. Kind of an encouragement card for someone. Okay, now the next sample I want to show you is doing a background, like for a sky or, you know, just a scene, a scenic background. But I'm going to do something different this time. I'm going to use one brush. So just in case you don't have, your brushes are wet, because I should just say, what I do is I just take it, I run it under the faucet, like the dark blue, I might add a little bit of soap, hand soap, and then just rub in it, because my hands will get all, if I rub on it, my hands will get all inky too. And just run it under the water until it runs clear, and then you let it dry and you're good to go for the next time. So I usually wash mine out at the end of the day. If you wash them in between, it takes a while to dry, and then you don't get nice color. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use a vanilla because it's not quite as stark, and I'm using kind of soft colors for the background. So to do with one color, I start with the light first. So daffodil yellow is the lightest, so I'm going to start with that one. And let me just, once again, circular motion. I'm going to turn this paper around a little bit. Whoops, sorry. Okay, circular motion, and I'm pushing on the head because I want to get some color, because this is a light color. So, okay, and again, now this one, I might not do as much circular as I do kind of straight across. So I'm doing my sky here. I really think I need to get a clean piece of paper because I'm afraid my brush might pick up some of that blue. So I'm going to start with a clean piece. Okay, so I'm going across. And if you want darker, press on the head part. So as you can see, it's getting darker as I push down firmer. Okay, and then I want to go up and get some up there too. So I'm going to get a little more and press up there. Lighter touch up there. A little harder touch here, a little firmer. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it down. Well, I'm going to put a little pink in the sky. So, but before I do that, I want to add my mango. And I'm going to add my mango to be kind of the sun. So I'm just going to put it in one area. And it doesn't hurt to clean your brush off in between. But again, I'm going from lighter to darker. So I'm going to just pick up a little bit of the mango. And this is definitely darker. So I'm going to be really careful and hold it back here so it's a light touch, and then go here. Make it just in one little area. I'm doing this to kind of get the sun right there, and then I might just throw a little bit in here, but I'm not pressing firm at all. This I pressed a little harder to get a little more sun right there, and then maybe a little bit across the bottom here. Okay, and then I'm gonna kind of rub it off on here, close my ink pad. And then I'll get my Flirty Flamingo. These are all in the same Brights color family. Oops, there we go. Get this out of the way. Okay, and I'll just rub this off a little more. Okay, now I get some Flirty Flamingo. Again, just circular motion, rubbing there a little bit. I don't want a lot of this. So again, I'm tapping it off so it's not too dark. And then I'll start off the edge here and kind of go kind of lightly. Just across here, just get a little pink sky down by the horizon. So I got a little bit of pink sky there. Push a little up there. Oh, this is so much fun. I just think it's a lot of fun. Okay, whoops, I'm going to set that there. Okay, I'm done with my pink. Now I'm going to go to the water, and I'm just using Coastal Cabana for that. So let me open that. And now I'm kind of changing color families. So I want to kind of rub off as much as I can. If you can see, I'm just kind of rubbing on the sides and around. Okay, over here. Okay, it's getting pretty good. All right, so now I'll take some of this. And again, I don't want that to be real dark. And just because, yeah, this looks really funny, I'm going to brush on here and see what I'm Sure enough, yep, I'm getting blue. So let me get a little more. Or kind of a turquoise. Okay, so now tap there a little bit. It's just a really light touch to start with because I'm starting in the middle and I don't want to get those dark edges. So now once I get it on there, I can press a little firmer to get a little more of the Coastal Cabana on there. And I think I want it a little bit darker than that. So let me take a little more, tap it again, and then again, a very light touch as I touch my paper. Then I can see kind of how it's coming on, and then I can press a little firmer if I want. So you just have to play with it and try it. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring that water down just a little bit. Okay, it's looking like a nice background. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the green grass, and this will be Granny Apple. So I've chosen all my colors in the same color family just because they blend together nicely, and that's an easy way to do it. Okay, and so I'm gonna kind of color off some of this. There's not too much of that, and I'm going from this blue, which is kind of a greenish blue, to a green, so I'm not too worried about that. So again, get my color on here. I'm going to tap it a little bit, and then I'm also going to rub it here just to see what it looks like. Oh, yep, let's see, I was on top of the orange. Yep, it looks green, so let me try again. Get a little more green on there. And then start again here lightly, and then I'm going to just go across and across and rub as hard or as lightly as you want. So I'm pressing kind of firmly because I don't have a lot of ink on there. There. Now, there we go. Okay. Now, let's see. What do you think? Can you see that okay? The nice shades. Okay, so then what I did is I just stamped on it and then mounted it on a little black and put it on a vanilla card. So it just looks really nice. I think this is a nice... Oh, I forgot to put pink at the top, but that's okay. I've got pink here and yellow sky and blue water and green grass. I love it. I love it. It's so much fun. So then again, like I said, just wash it off. This is what you do if you got it only one. It's probably better if you can use more than one brush, especially if you're going to go to deeper colors. But for a light color like this, you can just go right down the line using one brush. I used one brush for this. And now, let me just show you. See, it's still green. So I'll go wash it off, and then tomorrow I can use it again. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Bye.